I'm here with Steve Nicholson, Chief Football Writer of the Derby Evening Telegraph, after the Rams' 2-1 defeat at home to Leeds United. Steve, we saw two sides of Derby County in that game, didn't we?
We did, yeah. I must admit, everyone's going away from IPO Stadium today very, very frustrated. The crowd is frustrated. There were boos at the end of the game because of the 2-1 defeat. Paul Clement's frustrated. The players are probably frustrated. Everybody's frustrated. But yeah, first half wasn't good enough. Derby played. They were slow in their play. They had no great tempo to the play. There was no real purpose to it, and this allowed Leeds to set up and fill gaps so they weren't stretched by Derby. Uwe Rosler's been here before with Wigan and won twice, by the way, so he's now won 3 times here with teams, and he, if anybody, knows how to combat a 4-3-3, and I thought first half his team did that. There was no ball into Chris Martin, no quality ball. He didn't get hold of it when there was. George Thorne was stifled a bit in midfield, and if you do that with a 4-3-3, you've took away a lot of its strength. And first, I would say, just not good enough. Second half, they came out, Derby, good tempo, right on the front foot, got at Leeds straight away, played with pace, pushed Leeds back, real good tempo, and got an equaliser through Chris Martin. This time, the ball fed into his feet, turned, finished very well. 50th goal for Derby, right back in it, 1-1. Jeff Hendrick then had a super chance to make it 2-1. If that goes in, that could be a pivotal moment. Paul Clement's told his players he wants them to be more clinical, and those are the opportunities you've got to take when games are tight. So for a while, Derby on top. Maybe could have had a penalty. Andrews Fireman's effort may, I've not seen it again, struck the hand of a defender. But it looked like Derby could go on and win it. Leeds were stretched. You wonder whether they'd go under. They didn't. They came back into it, and in the end they got a wonderful winner from Chris Wood, turned on the edge of the box and thumped a shot past Scott Carson to win 2-1. And as I say, Derby played well for 25 minutes, but you can't win games on 25 minutes, and overall they weren't good enough.
So still no win this season, 4 points from 5 league games and out of the League Cup. How do you assess things?
Well, to be honest, before today we were wondering, 4 draws, what's that about, But now you have to say this is a very disappointing start. 4 points from 15, again, not enough points, wanted more. Paul Clement just told me in there, he's described as disappointed. He was hoping for 9 or 10 points at this stage, so they're well off that pace. And now they go into a 2-week break, 2 weeks to stew on the start of the season, something he didn't want, something the players certainly didn't want, something the crowd certainly didn't want. And that's why they gave their reaction at the end of the game.
Obviously, the transfer window closes on Tuesday. Any latest on that and injury news? Yeah,
if we take the injury news first, George Thorne went off after about 60-odd minutes. Never a good sight, as we know, but it looked like cramp on the pitch because it seemed to be treating him for cramp. Paul Clements just told me that he felt a twinge in his calf muscle, so we'll wait and see what that is. Craig Bryson will be fit for the Preston game after the 2-week international break. But Paul Clement still wants to strengthen, and he said in there they won't be held to ransom over prices. We know that, we reported that in the Derby Telegraph this week. But if they can't get someone in permanently, and Paul Clement said he wasn't confident of doing that before the window closes on Tuesday, if they can't do that, then they'll look into the loan market. But he says it's very important to bring in a midfielder at least to give him the options from the bench.